Hi, my name is Alexei Yashin. You're watching NHL Power League.
In Streaks and Deeks, Yashin and friends are helping Ottawa climb in the standings.
Great play. They score! Oh, what a goal. A great feed by Yashin.
And if great feeds are what you want, we'll have plenty of them in February's Top 10 plays.
He scores! Beautiful play by Forsberg.
Let's drop the puck with Western Conference Streaks and Deeks. The San Jose Sharks are right in the thick of the playoff race, waging a fierce battle with Edmonton for the final spot. When they faced Detroit recently, not even a 2-goal deficit could hold them back.
Craven with the defenseman Holder there, the pass right on his stick, and Holder missed badly. Here's the shot, he scores! Here's Jeff Friesen down the left wing, 3-on-2. With Young and Craven, Friesen and Craven, he scores! Down low for Friesen. Friesen holds off a check, throws it up the net, Clark, and they score! Marlowe! What a win for the San Jose Sharks as they come from behind.
2 nights later against Anaheim, goaltender Mike Vernon slammed the door on the Ducks.
And Mike Vernon gets his 5th shutout of the season. That's a career high for Vernon.
Speaking of goalies, Jamie McLennan of St. Louis was pressed into service when starter Grant Fuhr was injured, but the Blues haven't skipped a beat.
Voilà Marc Recchi qui s'amène. Recchi devant. Quel bon geste de McLennan. And the Blues congratulating Jamie McLennan. He has been strong since the knee injury to Grant Fuhr.
It was his first career shutout and 4th straight win. Division-leading Dallas was next for the Blues.
Out in front, Campbell scores. Murphy hit along the boards by Muni. Brett Hull puts it in front, score! Darren Kershaw has given the Blues a 2-1 lead. But not only will move it to Newright, puts it in front of his block. Backhander save made by McLennan. A big save. Jamie McLennan with 24 saves, his 5th straight win. He's 9-0-2 in his last 11.
Vancouver's Mark Messier is one player having no problem scoring points.
44 now up. Here comes Messier. Hurry up on the play. Messier scores! Mark Messier, short-handed.
Pass off the boards. Messier, 2-on-1 with May. Messier scores! Now Messier has it. May is in front. Score! To McGildy. Sizes it up. Shoots. They score! Mark Messier!
Messier's goal against Tampa gave him a 7-game point-scoring streak, which included 4 goals and 4 assists. Our plays of the week begin with the first for Phoenix's Juha Jalonen.
Juha Jalonen. Here comes Juha, short-handed. Shooting. Score! He finally got it. The first National Hockey League goal for Juha Jalonen.
Let's go coast to coast with Edmonton's Bill Guerin twice.
As Guerin hits the line, trying to go coast to coast. He does with a backhand goal. And again, Guerin back on defense here for the Oilers. The ex-Devil Guerin with some speed here. Trying to cut in. He scores! What a move by Guerin. His 2nd goal and very similar goals.
Teammate Scott Fraser scored a beauty of his own.
Right in front, they score! What a goal there by Scott Fraser.
Top honors go to Vancouver's Pavel Bure.
And now Bure intercepts the pass, and off he goes again. Senzel trying to make it a 2-on-1. Bure all the way, scores!
Wilkie goes outside, Bure goes inside. Pavel Bure just slides it through the wickets.
Vancouver has 19 wins and 48 points, while Colorado tops the Pacific with 82 points. Over in Dallas, the Stars still dominate the Central Division with 86 points. Time now for our international update, and this week we check out some of the top Russian defensemen in the league. In Dallas, Sergei Zubov is one of the brightest stars.
Madonna moving in over to Zubov, he scores! Now skating the left pointer, shot tipped, he scores! Take that! The Stars win it in overtime! Here comes Madonna on his way. Here's Zubov following up, a shot, he scores! High slot Zubov, loads the gun, fire, scores! Sergei Zubov putting on a clinic, setting up for Beek.
Anaheim's Dmitry Mironov is a key contributor in the Ducks' playoff run.
Korea, cross ice to Mironov, and on Avalanche. Mironov scores! And on the right side, pass into the slot. Here's Mironov scores!
Mironov gets involved in the physical aspect of the game as well.
Roenick takes a hip check in the blue line from Mironov. What a hit. He takes a shoulder-to-shoulder bump from Mironov.
His younger brother, Boris Mironov of Edmonton, is establishing a reputation of his own.
Back to Wait. Mironov with a shot, he scores! Mironov into the corner and behind the net. Mironov scores! Archman to Mironov. You're another save. They shoot. He scores! Oh, what a second effort by Boris Mironov.
Buffalo's Alexei Zhitnik continues to blossom into one of the NHL's best defensemen.
Pass high slot. Zhitnik scores! Back it comes. Zhitnik takes his shot. Zhitnik plays a hard, tough, mean game. Shot by Zhitnik. He scores! What a rocket!
Sergei Zubov leads all defensemen with 47 points. Time for more Alexei Yashin and the Senators in Streaks and Deeks East. The last time Ottawa beat the Avalanche was in 1994, when Colorado was still the Quebec Nordiques. After nearly 4 years, you might say that Senators were due.
Blues in front. They score! Lambert makes it 1-0. Here's Dacko trying to center it. Now he does. They score! And it's 2-0 as Gardner has scored. 2-on-1 now, Yashin in front, great play. They score! Oh, what a goal. A great beat by Yashin.
The Senators finished with a 4-2 win, their first win against the Colorado Avalanche. The New Jersey Devils are sure getting with the program. They got on the board quickly against their division rivals, the Flyers.
Ralston fires, goal! At 22 seconds. Ralston hustling after it. Ralston able to step by, moving in. Score!
Despite Brian Ralston's 2 tallies, the Flyers were able to tie the game at 3. That is until a goalie's gamble backfired.
Here comes Steve Thomas, pushes it ahead, moving on in. Score! What speed by Stevie Thomas. He had to outrace 5 guys behind him and 1 guy in front of him. And he accomplished both.
Thanks to Thomas's game winner, the Devils' unbeaten streak now rests at 10 straight games. The Carolina Hurricanes have their own streak going. They've currently won a season-high 4 games in a row.
And then the bring of Roberts, and he scores. Shell and a great pass to O'Neill. Score. Jeff O'Neill gets an overtime goal, his second goal and 4th point of the night, and the Carolina Hurricanes win it 5-4.
Carolina's Keith Primo has his own streak as well, registering 12 points in his past 8 games. In New York, the Islanders' Zygmunt Palffy continues to light the lamp.
A steal by Reichel. He turns, centers, Palffy scores! Orisky behind the net now for Palffy. He scores!
Palffy now has 8 goals and 6 assists in 9 games. The Penguins hosted the first game of a home-and-home series with the Flyers. This interstate rivalry made for some great action.
Rebound, Francis again. What a play! 1-1. Yager moving in.
The Penguins took game 1 6-4, but game 2 was a different story. Pittsburgh tied things up to force OT, where a new Flyer introduced himself to the Penguins. We kick off our plays of the week with some nifty stick work in Boston.
Oh, there's a chance for Jason Allison. A spinning backhand.
Here's Wayne Gretzky, puts it in front, he scored! If you count his playoff goals, that is 1,000 in his NHL career.
Here's a play everyone is sure to love.
We're going to get a penalty shot. Come on, fans, you love it, I love it, we all love it. He scores! What a great move by Tom Chorsky.
Sikorsky and the Islanders are in 5th place in the Atlantic Division, 22 wins and 52 points. Over in the Northeast Division, the Penguins are still on top with a total of 78 points. Pittsburgh's Jaromir Jagr has a 2-point lead over Peter Forsberg in the scoring race. And the Islanders' Zygmunt Palffy rounds out the pack with 63 points. This week in the news, the Philadelphia Flyers relieved Wayne Cashman of his head coaching duties. Cashman, who led the Flyers to a 32-20-9 mark, good for 3rd overall in the Eastern Conference, will remain with the Flyers organization as an assistant coach. Taking over the head coaching duties is 63-year-old Roger Nielsen. Nielsen has been with the St. Louis Blues for the past 2.5 seasons as an assistant after serving 2 years as the first head coach of the Florida Panthers. Meanwhile, with the trading deadline 2 weeks away, the Flyers and Vancouver Canucks swapped goaltenders this week. The Flyers received 31-year-old Sean Burke, who in 41 games this season posted a 3.06 goals against average. In return, the Canucks acquired 28-year-old Garth Snow, who was 14-9-4 in 29 appearances this season.
Here comes Tikkanen. Tikkanen with a blast. Tikkanen!
Florida's Esa Tikkanen is on the move. The Washington Capitals obtained the 5-time Stanley Cup winner from the Panthers for a draft pick plus a minor leaguer. In other moves, the Coyotes and Blackhawks pulled off a 4-player swap, with Phoenix landing defenseman Keith Carney and winger Jim Cummins. In exchange, Chicago received center Chad Kilger and defenseman Jason Moore. To injury news, where the Los Angeles Kings have lost Luc Robitaille for the next 6 to 8 weeks after the left winger underwent knee surgery. In 55 games, Robitaille had 16 goals and 23 assists. Elsewhere, the Devils' second leading scorer, center Doug Gilmour, underwent surgery on his right knee and is sidelined indefinitely. And in St. Louis, center Pavel Demitra will miss the remainder of the season after suffering a broken jaw. And finally, with the sale of the New York Islanders complete, the new ownership group took time out to honor the past and welcome the future. The night began with the return of the greats who led the Isles to 4 straight Stanley Cups in the early 80s and culminated with Trevor Linden being named the 7th captain in Islanders history.
It was a big surprise, obviously, a big honor when you look at the list of guys I'm following. So there's a great tradition here, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
Still to come, Linden's teammate Rich Pilon is quite a hit and don't blink.
Wow, how would you like to be on the end of that, John LeClaire?
And Nikolai Khabibulin slides into the top 10 plays of February.
Save by Khabibulin. Into the corner, Ward comes and rolling. Oh, what a save! Man, what hitting! Holy moly!
Wow, what a shot!
This is hockey, baby.
This week in Don't Blink, we cover everything from kids jumping to scary masks. But let's begin with just a sample of the best hits of the week. Oh, big hit.
Well, that'll shake your belt. He got planted.
Van Imp crushed by Kelly Miller.
Look at this. Wow, how would you like to be on the end of that?
How would you like to be on the end of these saves?
Cutting in, Sauer makes the save. I don't know how.
Kravetsky cuts in. Oh, what a save there by Essens. Oh, look out here. Denied by Stoichkov. Corbet is onside. Saved by Potvin. Oh, Nolan skates in. Hebert robbed him. Guy Hebert with his stop of the game so far. Here's the chance for Straka. Hackett! Oh, the game-saving stop for Jeff Hackett.
Sometimes when you go for a check, you don't always get it. And then you have to get out in a hurry to be able to laugh about it later. But let's just stick to the saves, beginning with the NHL's Player of the Week, Trevor Kidd.
Here's Friesen now with a chance. And Kidd comes up with the save. Craven shot, save, rebound. And Trevor Kidd just robbed Patrick Marleau.
Finishing just behind Kidd was Rob Tallis of the Bruins, who also had a spectacular week.
Bondra, one-timer, and Tallis was shot. Got his own rebound. Bondra foiled by Tallis in acrobatic fashion. Rob Tallis is celebrating his second NHL shutout.
Back to the hits, and remember to keep your head up.
Ooh, big hit to the coconut there. Boom, then stick hawk.
Oh, knocked over and
the week begin with the Rangers' Mike Richter.
Oh, what a save. Whoa, did Mike Richter just reach out and knock it down?
Rebound, second block, hits one. Diving save by Osgood.
Flyers goalie Ron Hextall faced off against Stu Barnes to make one of several highlight saves this week.
Here we go. Barnes on Hextall. Penalty shot. Save by Hextall.
This was Ron Hextall, as patient as you'll ever see him.
The pass to Donovan. In on goal. Save Hextall.
Not to be outdone, Hextall's former teammate Garth Snow robs Marty McGuinness.
Oh, what a stop by Snow. A Larson is stopped from Snow.
Let's look back at the top 10 plays of February.
2-on-1. It starts to hit. In on goal. What a save. Time off to Primo. Primo moving in, run, and he scores. Keith Primo has tied it at 3.
Watch Primo, he's going against goal line, not a bad defenseman, I'd say. And Luckenberger going for the poke check, just misses. And that is a sensational goal.
Here's Andino. His pass broken up. Brown again in front.
Coming right at you right here. There's the push. There's the contact. Bisset's knocked off balance. Oh, what a pass by Doug Brown. Between his own legs, right in front. Gilchrist ties it up.
And the Avs in the zone. Forster, great feeding. Check. He scores! Oh, Forsberg! Thank you!
All right, Blake. His pass knocked down by Tony Amani. 2-on-1. Amani moving in. He got hooked from behind. He scores! Tony Amani got hooked from behind, but he still got the shot off and scored. And it's now the Kings 5, Chicago 2. Pretty shame. The shot tipped and saved partially by Vernon. Centered in front. Oh, what a stop by Michael Vernon off Brett Hull. That is the save of the season by Mike Vernon.
Drop pass picked off in the paint with clear to center and a break possibly in across the line. Hook from behind, shot, score! And it's 3-1 on the goal from Straka.
Well, what a goal by Martin Straka. And watch Straka work here and then dive to get the shot off and slip it past Byron Defoe. Marvelous goal by Straka.
He teed it up. Chelios trying to return the favor. Solani's going to step on the man. With Danze around the check. He moves and he shoots. He scores! What a spectacular solo effort by Teemu Solani. Niedermeyer gives over to Paul Coffey. A lot of double number guys out right now. Coffey shot with the Rangers for fun, and then they score on the rebound. Or do they?
Now here's where Richter steals the puck with his, oh, baby. The shot comes back the other way, and Richter grabs this thing, keeps it out. That is some great save.
Scott, here's Todd Bertuzzi trying to crease in. What a goal! Bertuzzi scores a highlight reel goal.
Well, they don't come any more spectacular than this. Todd Bertuzzi lights up GM Place. Well, he has a new lease on life here in Vancouver. And he may give the Canucks a new lease on life.
Welcome to our first Power Pack. It's the Pacific Division leading Colorado Avalanche taking on the great Alexei Yashin and the Ottawa Senators. We pick up first period action.
The Avalanche on the power play now 5th in the league. They were 2 for 8 last night. And since the Olympic break, they have scored 7 power play goals and 39 opportunities. No score here, and the first power play goes to Colorado. Back on the line now for Krupp. He walks in a wrist shot and hits some traffic in front and bounces for Andreas Dackel, and he'll scoop it in.
The power play numbers were a little deceiving last night for the Avalanche because one of the power plays was Ozolinsh when Kamenski was 1 second out of the penalty box.
Here comes Detmarsh, a quick shot, and that was high and wide. Kept in by Ozolinsh, and now they rule it came to center, so we get a whistle.
Sakic is out, Lemieux is out. Their top 2 goal scorers on the power play.
This is Chris Murray, and his pass for Yashin. Checking very tight in this game by both clubs. Not a lot of room out there. Here's a turnover. Yashin walks in. And a shot is on goal. And a good save by Waugh. The puck loose in front. They score! Lambert makes it 1-0.
The Avalanche make a mistake at their own blue line, and it costs them. That is the one area at your own blue line and at the other team's blue line. That's where coaches absolutely go nuts. This is about 5 or 7 seconds after the fact, but you know, the puck is up, looks like it's out of the zone. Everyone's moving up the ice. All of a sudden, you got to regroup in your own zone. You start scrambling around. And Lambert, who had a fight early in the game with Odgers and is the top guy for the Ottawa Senator, gets them on the scoreboard first.
And controlled near the line by Pitlick. Number 2, ahead to Gardner. In on the wing. Here's Dackel trying to center it. Now he does. They score! And it's 2-0 as Gardner has scored.
Just another hard-working goal by the Ottawa Senators. Dackel goes in behind the net. It looks like he's going to swing all the way around. Right now, Ottawa is playing good, smart hockey. They're using the boards. Look, watch Dackel right here. Looks like he's going in behind. He stops, puts it out front. Patrick seemed to be there, but the right leg didn't kick out.
With Ottawa up 2-0, we move ahead to the second period.
Now a penalty called against Ottawa.
Now here's that moment for the Avalanche.
Here's Corbet again on the boards. Trying to keep it in there. Gets some help from Jones. He was knocked down. Now back on the line to Ozelich. And lets it go. But Rhodes saw it all the way and made the save.
Interesting for Sandis Ozelich. He's had much better numbers on the road than he has at home offensively. Good hard work, John, again by Rene Corbet. Corbet returning last night from that shoulder injury he had the first game after the break against Phoenix. Ozelich took that shot. Look at the numbers. For Ozelich, 19 points in 20 road games. For Forsberg, 39 points on the road in only 26 road games. So both of these guys have been much better offensively on the road.
And Ozelich in his career scores about 40% of all his goals on the power play. Had one last night. Forsberg sets it up on the right wing side late on this power play. 2 men in front. Now Forsberg a shot. They score! I think Lacroix tipped it in, and the Avalanche get a big goal and cut the lead to 2-1.
This is a very interesting play by Peter Forsberg. He's got the puck. It looks like he's got nowhere to pass. I'm telling you, it looks like he passes this puck about 2 feet high towards Lacroix. Now, Lacroix will be right in front of the goaltender. Watch right in front of the goaltender as Forsberg throws the puck. Lacroix comes out, hits his stick. Forsberg, you see, looks in front. That's one of those plays that a guy like Forsberg can make. Great effort by Lacroix in front as Peter Forsberg picks up his 52nd assist of the season. That leads all players in the league.
For 14:45 to go in the second. A shot by Alfredson high over the goal. And played by Lefebvre up the boards. And now to center for Donovan. 3-on-3 break here, led by Krupp. Tees it up and a save by Damian Rhodes. And the puck taken by the Senators back to center. Dackel in for Betzlaff. Crossbow. Sharp angle and a glove save by Waugh on Crossbow.
The score remains 2-1 Ottawa. Back with more action in a moment. Let's rejoin second period action with Ottawa on the power play leading 2-1.
4-game homestand for Ottawa. They need this game tonight They've got to get some momentum coming because the Rangers are coming hard.
Here's a shot by Alfredson. Rebound in front. Oh, great save by Waugh. On McEachran. He had a great chance, and Waugh was right there. Now Kravchuk with it. The Ottawa players lost his stick. That was Yashin. He gets it, and now gets the pass. Yashin back in the line. Kravchuk a shot. Didn't get through. And Yashin in the corner with 30 gone in the power play. Yashin out high. To Kravchuk. That blast. Stopped in front and cleared by the Avs down the ice. Under 9 to go in the second period. Ottawa leading 2-1. 1:10 to go on their power play. Here comes Pat Balloon, former first-round pick of San Jose. He can't penetrate the line.
Is actually a trivia answer. Who is the player picked directly after Eric Lindros in the draft? Pat Balloon.
Hasn't had as much success as Mr. Lindros. Traded a couple of times.
Not going to make players much money in his contract either.
Now 45 to go, and the Gusarov minor as Forsberg drops it back for Krupp ahead to Messier, and Hill risked it high in the air down the ice. Again, Ottawa counting tonight now 2 of 31 on the power play over 4 games. Really struggling. As Stefan Yell shovels it back to center. 20 seconds to go in the power play. Broken up again, and John Clem will dump it down the ice. And a long pass to center for Sergei Zoltov. He had the Ottawa lone goal the other night in Calgary, and now this play is called back on an icing call.
The goaltender has to be good when they're killing penalties. That's just a given in the National Hockey League. That was probably Patrick's best save of the night.
And now Lefebvre will sweep it back to center for John Clem ahead. Yell rather. Wrist shot and a save. Oh, what a chance there for Yell. And Rhodes made a big save.
Yell does a nice job of picking that pass up in his feet. The pass was in his skates. He was able to move the pass forward and still keep his momentum.
2:10 to go here in the second period. Ottawa with a 2-0 lead after 1 goal from Lambert and Gardner. Here's a 2-on-1 now. Yashin in front. Great play. They score! Oh, what a goal. A great feed by Yashin. And it's 3-1 as Murray tucks it in.
John, we talked up to center. Watch what Yashin does. He chips it up over the stick of the defenseman. And then now he starts cruising. Watch the left side of your screen. Yashin just mesmerizes everybody, pulls them all towards him. Murray's wide open. Just a beautiful goal.
With the Senators now up 3-1, we move ahead to third period action.
And the Avalanche are 1 for 4 in the power play. Forsberg in front. They score! Deadmarsh, oh, a great feed from Forsberg, who now has 6 assists in his last 3 games, and that cuts the lead to 3-2.
Well, what the Ottawa Senators may have done is just ticked Mr. Forsberg off a little bit, because he came out the last shift and made a couple of nice plays, and this is just a beautiful passing play. Left side of your screen, you're going to see Deadmarsh open. Forsberg waits, a little aerial. There were 2 sticks there. 1 the defenseman, 2 the goaltender. Forsberg just throws it over. I mean, that is an absolutely perfect pass.
And Kamensky back on the ice. Long shot by Murray. Save, rebound. They score! Redden from the left point. And it's 4-2.
Play was over. The Avalanche had cleared it, had killed it off. They couldn't get the puck out of the zone. See Kamensky coming out of the box right here. That ended the power play. But again, Redden, the defenseman, walks in. And did he get a piece of Patrick Waugh as he went by? The puck goes out the right side of your screen. The puck, a great shot by Redden, top shelf.
sellout crowd can smell a victory now. Here's a shot by Eric Lacroix. That was wide. Then played to center. 10 seconds left here. Crossbow lets it go, and a save by Waugh. He'll clear it out, and that will do it.
A well-deserved victory for the Ottawa Senators.
Welcome to the final installment of our Power Pack. Tonight, the Sharks and the Ducks face off in a Pacific Division showdown.
Jason Marshall, and Vernon had trouble with it. Sandstrom on the rebound, trying to tuck it in, but can't. It's cleared around the boards, but Marshall holds it in. Now the Sharks get it back as Ragnarsson headmans it. It's Friesen coming across the line. Pass to the right wing side. Back through the middle. Loose puck. Ricci overskated it. And the Ducks come back the other way as play opens up here with 7:45 left in the first period. This is Cullen. Who's checked but comes out of the corner. Feeds the slot. And the shot taken there by Pavel Trinka and blocked. Here's Friesen again to the blue line, 3-on-2. Has Ricci with him. Friesen waits, fires it off the boards behind the net. It sits there for Jason Marshall, and Marshall will come up the left wing.
Well, good back-checking there by the Ducks. Jeff Friesen was trying to buy time, trying to get his wingers to go to the net, and as he was buying time, back-checker came back on him and made him rush the play.
Rauchy wanted Bernie Nichols, but he had his back turned. The puck will come back into the Duck zone. Brent Severin has it for Anaheim. Nichols on the forecheck, but it's worked to the other side. Doug Huda, number 6 on defense. One of the relative newcomers for Anaheim as they made a number of deals. Here's Nichols. Sets up. Granato scores! Tony Granato puts the Sharks in the lead. 1-0.
Well, we saw Tony Granato with a good scoring opportunity earlier in this first period, and he makes good the second time. Another wrist shot and well placed. You see him take a good look before he shoots. There you see Granato with that face shield, winding it up. Perfect feed there, feather pass, and just inside the right post on Gabe Bear. Nichols makes the nice feed. Just a feather pass over a couple of sticks, right onto the stick of Tony Granato. He makes no mistake about it, wastes no time. What a great snapshot that is, just inside the post. That gives you the Sharks the 1-0 lead.
That is a big-time veteran play. The saucer pass by Nichols drops right to Granato. He settles it, lets it rip. His 10th of the year. Nichols will pick up one of the assists. The Sharks lead here, 13:08. Time of the goal, and it's 1-0 San Jose. Now Marco Sturm for Sean Burr. Able to slow the puck down, but not control it. Now Burr continues on the forecheck, but it's cleared to center ice. Right now, they're just giving one assist on the goal to Bernie Nichols. We'll see if they add one. As the puck comes to Sean Pronger on the far side for Anaheim, he clears it around to Ruchin. Burr there to knock it off his stick for the moment. Now Scott Young runs into the referee, Van Massenhoven. Bill Holder will fire it into the Anaheim zone.
And Sean Burr continues his aggressive play. Had a very aggressive game against his former team, the Detroit Red Wings, last night. He's picking up where he left off, finishing his check whenever he gets the opportunity.
Mike Rauchy gets the other assist on the Granato goal. Now Ruchin for the Ducks. Turns away from the pressure of Zuzan, who fell. Now Trinka with a shot that's partially blocked by Nolan. Now Owen Nolan starting at his own blue line. Comes to center ice. Tries to come wide on Trinka. Here's Mateau trailing. Gets it up the middle for Marleau, but it hit his leg, and he couldn't get it up to the stick.
It almost looked like it was stuck in the skate of Patrick Marleau momentarily. Tried to play it off his skate. It stayed right there, though. Just couldn't find the handle on it.
Mateau. And Nolan gets a stick on this one, but a lot of traffic around him, and the Ducks get it back. Marshall. Short feed up for Cullen. He shoots it wide of the net as Vernon will scoop it to this wing. Ragnarsson couldn't get a hold of it. Now played by Saleh behind the net. He gets it back in front, and a giveaway right to the Sharks. John McLean, and he'll work it as deep as he can. Here's Mironov. Nice give at the blue line. Cullen looking for a trailer. It's Saleh. His shot blocked again. Now McSorley trying to find it. Has help as Ricci works it out and up right side for McLean. McLean trying to fight his way by Mironov. Here's Ricci with Friesen. Friesen on his backhand. What a give for McSorley. But Marty just receiving it a little late as he was almost by the goal. Now back in the corner goes McLean as the Sharks try and get another goal here to open up a 2-0 lead, but it'll come back out past center ice.
You know, I think that pass by Friesen really surprised Marty McSorley. Didn't think he was going to get it from him. Put the backhand pass between his legs.
Here's a chance, and a shot saved by Hebert. The rebound. They score again. It's Dave Lowry, and it's 2-0 Sharks.
Well, we talked about the fact up until last night against the Detroit Red Wings, Dave Lowry had been a healthy scratch in 6 straight games. Had a very effective game against Detroit, almost scored, and he gets a chance here, and he makes sure on the rebound. Initial shot is saved, and there you see him following through. Not even on the second attempt, it's the third attempt that finally goes in for Lowry, stuffing in that third opportunity, and that gives the Sharks the 2-0 lead.
Stay tuned to see if Pierre Paget's Ducks can come back from a 2-goal deficit right after this. Welcome back. We're in the second period with the Mighty Ducks ready to strike on a power play.
And it's cleared down again by the Sharks. Just 17 left to go on this Mighty Ducks power play. Jason Marshall stops behind Guy Hebert. Now fires a nice pass up for Pronger. Quickly to Sandstrom. He explodes across the blue line. Turns it into a second gear. Chance saved by Vernon. Rebound. And Marshall shoots it wide. Reichel at the side. Can't put it in. Puck still loose. Now the Sharks penalty is over as Sturm comes out of the box.
And that was the best flurry by the Ducks coming at the end of the power play.
Here's Friesen on his backhand. Pass, shot, save, rebound, loose in front. And Hebert able to cover up just in time. A great stop at one end by Vernon. And the Sharks almost turn it into a goal down at the other end. This is Trinka. And half a minute remains in the power play. And in case you haven't noticed, the crowd rather quiet here so far as the 2 superstars for Anaheim out of the lineup tonight, and the Ducks have been unable to score.
A very subdued atmosphere here.
Drop pass, great diving effort by Gill, but it stayed in. Trinka behind the net for Reichel. Tried to one-time a pass in front, but he misfired. Held in at the right point by Mironov. Ricci stands him up. Now at the side, this is Pronger. Pronger works it up the boards, roughed up by Gill. The penalty's over. Lowry back on the ice. And now there'll be a race to the puck, and Hebert has no choice but to come out as Lowry was going to get to that first. Trinka gives it away. Owen Nolan skates in. Hebert robbed him. Guy Hebert with his stop of the game so far takes away a sure goal from Owen Nolan.
So Hebert's best save of the night with a big mitt.
Off the draw, the Sharks get it back. McSorley fires it toward the net. It hit the skate of Marco Sturm. Now he steers it behind the goal. It's left there. And the battle continues as Sturm goes back to the corner once more. Finally brought out by the Ducks. Fired across the ice by number 27, Mike LeClaire, in his first ever NHL game, also called up from the minors in Cincinnati. Richard Clark trying to make a play on McSorley. Marty didn't bite, and he blocked the pass as Burr gets it out of the zone. LeClaire wearing number 27, playing the left wing on this shift. I believe it's his first shift of the night. Granato works it back into the Duck zone. Icing waved off as Doug Huda gets back.
Well, you know what kind of player LeClaire is going to be. He says his favorite player growing up was Cam Neely because I love to hit and I like to score too. He's got the size. He's 6'2", 210 pounds.
Drury in the corner with Mateau. And Stefan Mateau able to come out with it, but not clear it. Now Drury on the far boards. They lose the check from Zuzin. Now Zuzin gets it back from Mateau, and it skips past center ice into the Anaheim zone. 2:20 left in the second period, a scoreless second period. Sharks doing all the damage in this game so far back in the first. Goals by Granato and Dave Lowry.
And they realize they don't have to take any chances. They've got the 2-goal lead against a team that is missing a lot of their good scores.
Here's a chance for Drury. The pass for Ruchin just out of his reach.
Steve Ruchin was not expecting that. That was a perfect pass had he been keeping his speed going hard to the net.
Mironov shot blocked by Vernon. It comes right back to him. Dmitry Mironov saved by Vernon. He's sitting on the puck. Ted Drury trying to dig it out from under him, but the whistle blows.
Well, Mike Vernon there when he had to be. He was very good against Detroit in the 4-game series he faced against his former team. Stopped 107 of 117 shots. Won 3 of the 4 games. You'll see Steve Ruchin just slowing down a little bit. I don't think he was expecting this. It may be a little too far in front of him. Couldn't get on it a little later on. Shot in front of the net. A perfect opportunity for Drury. Standing right on the doorstep of Mike Vernon, who was very slow in getting up.
Another whistle here in this period, I'll give it to you, but it looks like we won't as it comes down to Vernon. Just going to have to wait till the 3rd period. That's called holding your audience, Steve. It's a television terminology. I want to hold the audience, and I know that they will stay with us if for no other reason than to find out who the other 2 players were that Mike Rafferty fought. We are at the end of 2 periods. It is the Sharks 2, and Mike Vernon perfect so far, shutting down the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. Puck tied up on the near boards as the Sharks try and get this power play started. Saleh playing strong along the boards. Now at the blue line. Puck bounced ahead, and Ruslan Saleh comes ahead with it. A chance for Young shorthanded. Young skates in. Vernon sliding across to make the save.
Well, look where he ends up, about 10 feet to the right of his goalpost. Great save by Mike Vernon, staying low on that shot.
Ragnarsson carries it in. Gives to Ricci. Mike Ricci takes it deep to the corner. Cycles it around for Friesen. Now Jeff Friesen out to the point. Shovels a pass over to Craven. Murray Craven to Ragnarsson. Ragnarsson stick handling down low. The puck hits Van Vassenhoven in the skates. Comes back to the point. Craven shot blocked. Rebound. Ricci tried to swing around and tip that past Hebert unsuccessfully. Mironov gives it away. Here's a break. Ricci with Friesen. He scores! Jeff Friesen, a power play goal, and it's 3-0.
And Friesen and Ricci make Mironov pay for an ill-advised giveaway while killing a penalty. Instead of just icing the puck, Mironov tries to get something going offensively, and it ends up blowing up in his own face. Here you see Mironov, plenty of time to get it down the ice, tries to make the move around Friesen, who steals the puck, spots Ricci, and then goes hard to the net. And boy, does he open up a lot of open ice for himself with that speed. You see him here, after he gives the puck, he goes hard, and he just tucks that puck low under the stick of Guy Hebert. He's a happy camper after that goal.
Second power play goal in as many games for the Sharks, 23rd of the year for Jeff Friesen. Ricci will get the assist at 7:31, and the Sharks now with a 3-0 lead. So Mike Vernon on the verge of shutout number 5, and also team shutout number 6. Kelly Rudy had one earlier this season against Dallas, and that will also establish a Sharks team record for most shutouts in a season by a goaltending tandem. Vernon, 3 goals or less in 22 of his last 27 games.
He's playing playoff hockey, and that's what earned him the Conn Smythe Trophy last year in the playoffs with the Detroit Red Wings. Kelly likens Mike Vernon to a closer, a great closer in baseball. Whenever he gets in there with the lead in the 3rd period, he becomes very focused. There's no way he's going to give it up.
Now LeBoudelier. Pronger just dumps it in. Vernon coming around the other side. He'll bank it up for Sean Burr. Burr run into by LeBoudelier, but he got it out over the blue line. Now Marco Sturm has the puck in his skates as it's out to Dmitry Mironov. Mironov stick handles by Burr, but then gets tied up by Craven. Comes across to LeBoudelier at center. LeBoudelier takes the blue line, then he's LeBouded out by Marco Sturm.
Now was he rocked by Marco Sturm, and that's a perfect check. Shoulder right into the chest of LeBoudelier.
Here's a turnover and a chance for Ruchin, and he shoots it over the net. A minute to go as the Sharks are going to win. It's just a question now if Vernon will get the shutout. Ruchin at the line, all alone with the Ducks on a line change, and he steers it in front of his own net. This one blocked by Nichols toward Hebert, gathered in by Doug Huda. Now Young off a skate to Cullen. Cullen throws it over toward Young, but it comes to Holder. Susan off the boards to McLean, and McLean will just dump it ahead. Under half a minute to go. Here's Nichols with Friesen and McLean. Bernie straddles the blue line. He'll drag it back out. Gave it away at center ice to Cullen. Here's a chance for Ruchin to Young. Young to Ruchin. Ruchin waiting. Centers it and right past his teammates, and the game is over. And Mike Vernon gets his 5th shutout of the season. That's a career high for Vernon, and the San Jose Sharks make it 2 straight, a big road win here tonight in Anaheim, and they're back to within 1 of Edmonton, who have to feel them coming on strong.
They played prevent defense and really shut down any hopes that Anaheim had of trying to get back into the game. And Mike Vernon was big when he had to be. Wasn't tested real often, but when he needed to be called on, he was right there.
That does it for this week's show. Goodbye, and thank you for watching NHL Power Week.
Saku Koivu for Mark Recchi, score.
Baby, what a save! What a move! Ah, boom! Don't you love it?
I don't know if I can find the words to describe this play. Maybe we should just play it over and over again.
Puts it over the boards. Rookie scores! Oh, my! What a brilliant goal by Todd Bertuzzi.